Hey Jessica Dahl, it's Mark Bittner here to waste another 5 to 6 minutes out of your week by watching this. So, anyway, last week went to the Capitol, which is just a little significant, I think, because it is where a legislative process takes place. I don't know, it's a pretty cool place to go, so it was really cool with its significance. So, anyway, we got off at the Capitol South Metro Station, which isn't the closest to the Capitol, but it was closest to the Rayburn House office building where we met Eleanor Holmes Norton, blah, the D.C. representative who doesn't have a vote in the House, but except for that one occasion in which she got a vote in which the Republicans sued her, but she doesn't really have a vote in the House, though she is still a congresswoman. So, I mean, she's really significant. She's one out of the 440 representatives out there. So, pretty cool to meet her. You know, the at large DC representative. Got to meet her, hear her opinions. Even a little too liberal for my taste. But, you know, she spread her views and, you know, she's a congresswoman. That's why the people who reside in DC elected her. They like her being really liberal, so you know what, so be it. So meeting her was interesting. I yawned a lot, and she caught me on that, which is kind of embarrassing, but what could I say? She does have Stephen Colbert's I Am America and So Can You on her desk, so that was pretty cool. So anyway, after that, we went to the Capitol, took a tour. Good tour, not gonna lie. Uh, saw the statues, saw the former chambers of the House. House is not in session that day, but the Senate was, amending the bailout bill, which I'll get to later. Uh, so we took a tour of the Capitol, which is definitely an interesting experience. I never thought I'd be able to do that. Listened to the tour guide, looked at the artwork on the rotunda. It's my cell phone wallpaper, which I guess you can't see, but you know it's my cell phone wallpaper. And the fact is, when they said that that little person was like 15 feet long, I couldn't believe it because that is huge. So I mean, the artwork is great, the dome is great, the history of the Capitol is really great. I mean, it's just something that you can't see anywhere else. But things you can't see everywhere else in other nations are, you know, the chambers, the galleries of where the legislative process actually happens. And that night, that's what I did. I skipped my leadership development class for SBA leadership in order to watch the Senate vote on the amendment for the $700 billion bailout package. Was it worth it? The answer is hell yeah. The fact is, 99 out of 100 senators were there, the one being Ted Kennedy. Hopefully he gets better, which sadly probably won't. But we saw 99 senators come in and vote on an amendment to one of the biggest monetary laws that has ever been passed. So, I mean, is that awesome? Yeah. Was that worth skipping class? Yeah. So, I don't know. When I went there, we got there really early. We got there at about 5:30 before any real senator was there, except for Barack Obama, who made a speech about 2 minutes after we arrived. So he gave a 13-minute speech on why the bailout amendments were good, not the best, but they're necessary. And he gave an insightful speech, pretty much convinced me to say, you know what, the bailout is necessary, regrettably, but you know, it seems like something we have to do. So, I mean, Barack Obama gave a great speech. I heard it live. Didn't see him for where we're sitting in the gallery, but we made sure we moved. And we moved to a much better location where you could see pretty much the entire Senate, except for a couple of the Democrats. But you know what? It was free, so it was worth it. And then, as the day went on, we stayed in there for hours and hours and hours to the point where I fell asleep while my senator was talking about trains and transportation, which, you know, I mean, granted, I've been living in the box of not reading all the news stories outside of politics, but the recent train crash in LA was apparently significant enough for a senator from New Jersey to talk about train safety for 10 to 15 minutes. Granted, I fell asleep, woke up in time to see all the other senators come in to talk about the bailout package, which was pretty much the most amazing experience ever because, you know, they're real people. John Kerry is the most touchy feely, crazy person ever. I mean, he legitimately scares me. If he ever walks up to me, I will walk away from him because, quite frankly, I don't want him to give me a really awkward hug or, you know, touched me on my shoulder awkwardly like he did to every other Democratic senator out there. I'm sorry, but John Kerry, he's a good guy. I like his policies, but he's a little creepy. I mean, Barack Obama was really chill. He has his he pimps. I'm sorry. I can't believe I'm saying this in a journal for U.S. politics. But you know what? He goes to every female senator, gives her, nice friendly kisses, and then he just completely burns Hillary Clinton by shaking her hand. I mean, it was just drama unfolding. The Senate has drama. It is insane. And the actual vote itself pretty much lasted about a couple of minutes at the most, in which they all said aye or nay, over 74 to 25. So pretty much everybody said nay. About 3/4 said aye. 74 said aye, not nay. I apologize. So with the overwhelming majority saying aye, I don't know, they passed the amendments and passed through the House. We kind of saw history in the making. So who knows? It was so worth it. I'm really glad I went to the Capitol. I'm really glad we got those Senate tickets. Life is good. I mean, enjoyed it. And you know what? The Pentagon seems pretty awesome. And I can't wait for that. And now that I've officially wasted 6 minutes and 14 seconds of your time, I will stop. And I will see you tomorrow, Jessica Dahl.